anger and fear clash inside her as shadows swirl, her innocence threatened by something sinister. She wants to shout, to confront him, but fear holds her back, warning her to retreat. Yet a spark of defiance ignites within her, refusing to let him steal her joy. Tara searches his eyes, finding only darkness, then turns back to her friends, taking a deep breath to focus on their laughter and warmth. But she knows she'll never forget that moment, the ghostly glance that shattered her peace and left scars. Glancing over her shoulder, she sees him still watching, a wicked smile on his face. The game continues, but the ghost of Kintali lingers, a reminder that darkness can hide even in the brightest places. Chapter 34: The Mirror. The morning sun filters through the trees, casting golden patterns on the forest floor. Tara sits on a moss-covered rock near a small clearing, lost in thought. A gentle breeze stirs the leaves, but her mind drifts elsewhere, into a dreamscape where her ancestors' voices still echo. She grips a twig, tracing patterns in the dirt, her heart heavy with their message. "Oi, Tara!" Kabir's voice breaks her concentration, and she looks up to see him bounding toward her, backpack slung over one shoulder and a wide grin. "You've been acting all mystical forest elf since morning. What's up? Did the squirrels tell you a secret?" he asks, plopping down and nudging her. Tara hesitates. Kabir jokes a lot, but he's her best friend, the only one she trusts with this. "Kabir, I need to tell you something," she says softly, her voice almost lost among the rustling leaves. Kabir's smile falters slightly. "Uh-oh, serious stuff. Go ahead." "I had a dream last night," Tara begins, eyes fixed on the dirt patterns. "It felt real. My ancestors spoke to me." Kabir raises an eyebrow. "Ancestors? Like your great-great-grandparents? Were they sitting around some celestial dining table, sipping tea, calling you over for a chat?" Tara sharpens her gaze. "Kabir, stop! I'm serious." Okay. Sorry, continue." "They said there's a mirror, a talisman, and it's the key to defeating Kintale." Kabir freezes, his playful attitude vanishing at the mention of Kintale. The name hangs heavy, like smoke from an unseen fire. "A mirror?" he repeats carefully. Tara nods. "Yes, they said it's hidden where reflections are more than just images. I don't know what it means, but I feel it's crucial, like everything depends on it." Kabir leans back, rubbing his chin thoughtfully. "Hidden in plain sight, reflections. So, are we talking about a magic mirror? Snow White style? Mirror, mirror on the wall, tell me where Kintale is hiding?" Tara sighs. "Kabir! All right. He raises his hands in mock surrender. "Reflections mean mirrors, water, glass, stuff like that. Maybe around here, an old temple pond, or... Oh, Mr. Gokhale's library? That place is full of old junk." Tara's eyes light up. "The library? Wait, I was joking about the library. You're serious?" "Why not? Mr. Gokhale knows about every artifact there. Maybe he knows something about this mirror." Kabir groans and flops onto the grass. "Of course." "The dusty library?" Tara smirks, brushing dirt off her jeans. "Come on, Kabir. If there's even a chance, we have to try." Kabir sighs dramatically. "Fine. Lead the way, O great descendant of mystical mirror seekers." Somehow he senses this isn't just another adventure. This feels bigger. Chapter 35. Search begins. Sunlight streams through tall arched windows, illuminating rows of ancient shelves filled with forgotten knowledge. Mr. Gokhale, the librarian, sits behind his cluttered desk, adjusting his round glasses and scribbling in a leather ledger. Hearing footsteps, he looks up with a warm smile. "Ah, Tara, Kabir, what brings you to my library today?" "Mr. Gokhale," Tara begins hesitantly, glancing at Kabir. We need your help. We're searching for a special mirror. The librarian's smile falters slightly, his brow creasing. A mirror, you say? Yes, Kabir says casually, leaning against the desk. Not just any mirror, a very important one. Possibly world saving important. Mr. Gokal adjusts his glasses, studying them both carefully. The library grows quiet, the ticking clock loud in the stillness. Tara, Kabir, I've been keeper of this library for over 40 years. I've seen ancient manuscripts, strange artifacts, and forgotten histories. But I can tell you there's no such mirror here. Tara's shoulders slump, disappointment in her eyes. Then Mr. Gokul's tone lowers. However, there's something. A memory I'd nearly forgotten. Kabir leans in. What is it, Mr. Gokul? The librarian hesitates, glancing around as if afraid someone or something might be listening. Years ago, when Mrs. Nirmala Kapoor was questioned about her husband and son's disappearance, she kept muttering about a mirror. A mirror? Tara whispers. Yes, Gokul says, voice trembling. She said it speaks, that it whispers. The poor woman was in shock, but the authorities dismissed her as grief-stricken madness. They said her mind had fractured. But what if it wasn't madness? Kabir asks, voice serious now. Mr. Gokul looks pale, trembling slightly as he grips the desk. That's what troubles me. What if she wasn't crazy? What if that mirror was real? Silence falls, dust particles floating in the sunbeams. A clock chimes faintly. Did she say where the mirror was? Tara asks, steady despite the chill. Gokhale shakes his head. No, she was moved to a psychiatric facility shortly after, and then she became a loner. He sighs, sinking into his chair. Tara, Kabir, be careful. Some stories, warnings, say some reflections are not meant to be seen. The words hang heavy. Tara stands, her gaze sharp. Thank you, Mr. Gokhale. We'll be careful. Kabir follows her to the door, the weight of what they've learned pressing down. Outside, Kabir exhales slowly. That was intense. Tara looks to the horizon, her voice firm. We need to find out more. Where she is. The mirror isn't far behind. Chapter 36. Shadows of the Past. The library door closes behind Tara and Kabir as they step into the street, the weight of Mr. Gokul's words still heavy in the air. Nirmala Kapoor, the mirror, a tragedy wrapped in whispers and unanswered questions. Kabir kicks a stray pebble, then asks, So, Nirmala Kapoor is the key, isn't she? Tara nods, her brow furrowing. But where do we start? We can't just knock and ask, Hey, do you have a magic mirror that whispers dark secrets? Kabir smirks. Well, we could, but I don't think that would end well. They walk toward the oldest part of their gated society, where time seems to stand still. Small cottages with sagging roofs and faded paint sit clustered together, thick with unspoken history. Tara stops near an old bench under a banyan tree where three elderly residents, Mr. Shinde, Mrs. Lobo, and Mr. Iyer, are deep in conversation. Recognizing Mr. Shinde, Tara greets them politely. Namaste, Mr. Shinde, Mrs. Lobo, Mr. Iyer. The trio's faces brighten. Ah, Tara beta, Kabir, what brings you here? Mr. Shinde's voice carries years of stories. Tara hesitates, then says carefully, We were at the library talking to Mr. Gokul. He mentioned Mrs. Nirmala Kapoor and what happened to her family all those years ago. The mention of Nirmala Kapoor tightens the group's mood. Mrs. Lobo clutches her scarf and Mr. Iyer's gaze drifts away. Mr. Shinde clears his throat. That was a tragedy, child, a story no one likes to revisit. But we want to understand, Tara says softly. We think it's important. After a pause, Mrs. Lobo speaks gently. Nirmala Kapoor was once respected. Her family, her husband and 2 sons, were her pride. But when they disappeared, something inside her broke. Mrs. Lobo nods sadly. She's not the same. People say she practices dark magic, rituals, strange chants at odd hours. Children used to dare each other to go near her flat, but no one ever knocked on her door. Mr. Shinde sighs. She mutters to shadows, talks to herself. Sometimes light flickers through her windows. Whatever happened to her broke her spirit, but she's still holding on to something no one understands. She's a grief-stricken woman who keeps to herself, so we do nothing about these petty complaints. Tara and Kabir exchange a glance. Kabir's expression is serious now. Did she ever mention a mirror? Tara asks cautiously. The elders fall silent, exchanging uneasy looks. Finally, Mrs. Lobo says, "She spoke of many strange things, but once she mentioned a mirror that reveals truths no one wants to hear. We thought it was just her madness. Mr. Shinde warns, if you go to see her, be careful. That house isn't safe for children." Tara thanks them sincerely. Kabir offers an awkward salute, and they turn away. Walking back through the lanes, Kabir shoves his hands in his pockets. That's a lot. Cursed flat, black magic, a woman talking to shadows, and a whispering mirror. Sounds like a horror story. Tara's steps are purposeful. "We have to go there, Kabir. We need to see her." Kabir stops, gently grabbing Tara's arm. "Are you sure? This isn't chasing fireflies. It's dangerous." Tara looks at him, eyes firm. "We don't have a choice." The mirror's connected to something bigger. If Mrs. Kapoor knows anything, we need to find out. Kabir sighs heavily. "All right, but if she turns us into frogs, I'm blaming you." Tara smiles faintly. "Deal." They walk on as the sun dips lower, casting long shadows. Somewhere in the distance, a crow caws loudly, and the wind whispers of something old and forgotten, answers neither Tara nor Kabir are ready to face. Later, on her balcony, Tara and Kabir sit silently, legs dangling. The weight of their discovery presses down. "Tara, we can't handle this alone," Kabir says softly. "Johan and Chaitali, they might believe us. They probably know about haunted mirrors and curses." Tara's eyes burn with determination. "Then we tell them everything. No holding back." Johann sits in the armchair near the window, a steaming cup of tea in his hand, his sharp eyes locked onto Tara. Chaitali, with her long braided hair, sits cross-legged on the floor beside Kabir, listening intently. "So, let me get this straight," Johann says, setting his cup down. "You had a dream where your ancestors told you about a mirror that's the key to defeating Kintali." Tara speaks softly. "The dream felt so real, Johann. It wasn't just a dream. It was a message." "And then Mr. Gokal mentioned Mrs. Kapoor," Kabir adds quietly. "She was muttering about a speaking mirror when her family vanished." Chaitali furrows her brow. "A mirror that speaks, that's no ordinary object. If it exists, it could be powerful and dangerous." Kabir looks at Johann hesitantly. "Do you think she still has the mirror? Maybe she doesn't realize its true power." Johann nods. "It's possible. But if she does, and she's using it for her rituals, approaching her won't be easy. Such artifacts make people unpredictable, protective, even violent." Chaitali exhales sharply. "If this mirror holds the key to stopping Kintale, we can't let it fall into the wrong hands or stay hidden." Tara looks at each of them. "Then we need to go to her house when she's away. If the mirror is there, we have to get it." Johann raises an eyebrow. "You make it sound simple, but Nirmala doesn't give away powerful objects easily. And if she's been broken by grief or magic, we need to be careful." Kabir asks, "So, are you in? Will you help us?" She nods without hesitation. If Tara's dream is true, This is bigger than just one mirror. Johann smirks slightly, but his tone is serious. I didn't travel across the world to sip tea and tell ghost stories. Count me in. Relief washes over Tara and Kabir. For the first time since her dream, Tara feels they're not walking blindly. Johann leans forward. Here's the plan. We'll gather info about Nirmala Kapoor's house, her routines, and the layout. We can't just barge in unprepared. Tara, Kabir, you've already found some details. Chatali and I will research mirrors with spiritual or magical ties. And we'll prepare protections. Tara nods firmly. Johann raises his cup of tea in a toast to shadows revealed and secrets uncovered. The four share a determined glance as the wind rustles the curtains, carrying the distant hoot of an owl. The path ahead is uncertain, and danger is very real.